Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing things a little bit differently on my end today. I had a little thing on my computer go out, so I am using my phone to view chat this morning. So I apologize if I missed something or something's, a little weird, but hopefully nobody will notice anything, so yeah. Alright, so oh, no, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, so we're going to be doing the main story quest today. And soon we are going to have to do our job quests. It looks like we might have some important stuff coming up. I took a peek at the website to see what the quest rewards were. So yeah. Very good, very good. Alright, so without further ado, let's go right ahead and jump in. Alright. Indispensable Ally. Alright. Sorry. Something really pulling my toe here. Stop. Alright. I think that's done. Okay. Lanete. Let's just say Lanete. Okay. Lanete says, while I understand Count Edelmont's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him I would like him to keep watch for Darvanian outflyers. Then when you have a moment, speak with his manservant in private. Make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep how was I pronouncing this? Line from shirking his duty. Okay. Hail, Emma Mill. He says, a request from Lionette? Why, didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few elms away. Oh, never mind. What is it? A mission of paramount importance. Keep watch for Darvanian outsiders. Roam about and keep an eye for anything unusual. Well, let's just stick to instructions. Emma Nelling says, a mission? Yes, of course. That is why I am here. I shall do as my lady asks. Yeah, this must be the manservant then. Honoroid. Ah, Mistress Wulfenshade. I do not believe I have properly introduced myself. My name is Hana Honoret. Honoret. And I serve at the pleasure of Lord Amanelline. Oops. Saw the mouse. The lady would have me accompany Lord Amanelline on his mission? I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Yay! The Lordling is taken care of. Lanny. Lanny says, were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obligated to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you, at least more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I suspect you have had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. That is not a lie. Alright. Ilani continues, now that Emanel Lane is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with the Venue. We first encountered the Venue several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our peoples for half a year, until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitutes for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Morelli. She could use your assistance. Okay. Okay, Morelli. Is it up there? It's probably up there. Yeah, there it is. Hello, Morelli. Morelli says, Mistress Wulfenshade, I presume. Lady Eleni told me you were coming. I hear tell you've never faced a Venue before. Well, spend enough time on patrol, and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the Floating Isles. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Exiel. Unless that Exiel's mother was a Gigas. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Venue in these areas, kill or drive them away. You're killing or driving the natives away, and they're angry at you. I can't imagine why. Okay, let's go over here. Come on, Bernie, I need you to die. up or down? I think it's up. Yeah, it's up. No, kitty. No. Right. Okay. Sure. Okay. Let's see. You go over here. Here we go. Okay, let's take this one out. I steel myself for a mighty struggle, but find no venue line and wait. Hey! Oh, I'm so used to pressing the button as part Boop. There. I get so many spam calls. Oh, here we go. Let's target. Oh, I get a return now. Okay. Was there a crystal over there I missed? No. Okay. Okay. What was that? Oh, just a plant. It was a plant, guys. It was a plant. Muriel says, finished with your patrol. Anything to report? Just killed a few bit now, that's all. She says, maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can't take solace in the fact that the Howland are, excuse me. Sorry about that. That was a sneeze. Sorry about that. Okay. Myrtlelia says, maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Howland has blessed us with a mighty ally. Myrtlelia says, despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as anyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And, of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted Protector, is in a particular state of needing repairs. So, even were the Holy See to come under Dervinian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. Simply put, Mr. Wulfenshade, this is where ambition comes to die. If you haven't aspirations to advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, you might say. Okay. Let's see here. Emotes. Psych. There we go. Can't do that while I'm mounted. Why not? House Howler T Knight says, what? What is it? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? He's not wrong. I'm awake. Worry not. After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. Okay, where is this one at? No, it's not over here. Oh, it's down here. Oh, it's the Lordling. Emmeline says, "Hello there, Earl girl. Slain any venue champions yet? No? Oh well. Let me know when you have so I can make myself presentable for the mm. He is asleep. Oh, right, I'm supposed to psych him up. Okay. He says, Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do?" "You had me fooled for a moment, old girl. An amusing jest, but a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still, you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Leonetti will give me a grand mission as befits my station." Oh, that does not bode well. Well, she wanted me to psych up the troops. So, he's part of the troops. He's now psyched up. Oh, no, it's right here. Right here. Let's see what they say. They say, "You're looking rather grim. Why so serious? The venue are no real threat, and the Darvanians couldn't give a fig about us." Psych! Ye gods, where did that come from? Sorry. Okay. Fine, if you insist, I will make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of miles away from the front lines, which is just the way I like it. Thank you very much. Morelli says, "Why, thanks, Mr. Wulfenshade. Already I can see a change in our sentry's behavior." "Beg your pardon?" Lord Emiloni said, "What? Well, I have no doubt that Lady Leonetti will do her utmost to oblige him." Ha, that's funny. Okay. Melanie says, "If Lord Emmanueline is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Leonetti will want you to accompany him. You might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable." Alright. Lenity. Mistress Wulfenshade, Lord Emma Nilane has informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for this epiphany. Well, there's nothing for it but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Sure. Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop. As there are no underground sources we can tap with wells, however, there is a unique variety of crystal we have recently discovered which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vorslain Siren, to the east of here. I would have you and Amaneline bring one back to us. You may have to contend with the feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention the Venus scouts ranging from their nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained. But you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck and be safe. Thanks. Okay. I get to talk to the Loveling now. Emmeline says, Lady Linetti told you to tell me about my mission once again? If I didn't know any better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? Let's just say that. Emma Nilling says, finally, it's about time she entrusted me with a mission of real import. Right then. Let's go. Do you even know where you're going? Right. Let's see. Where do I need to go? Yeah, let's go this way. Such a weird noise. Okay, this way. Ish. There we go. Emmeline says, so this is the Varsayan Siron of legend. And nary a venue in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know. Why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. You will stop. There. More interruptions? Okay. Okay. So this is the War of Legend, and ne'er a venue in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know. Why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. Huh? Honorot shall judge our entries on size, purity, and say aesthetic sensibilities. Aesthetic sensibilities. Okay. So how pretty it is. Let us begin at once. Oh boy. How much trouble do you think he's going to get into? Okay. Here we go. This water crystal does not appear to exhibit the properties described by Lady Lynette. Perhaps you should inspect another. Okay. About this one. The water crystal does not appear to exhibit the properties described by Lady Lynette, though. Perhaps you should inspect another one. Okay. This water crystal does not appear to exhibit the properties described by Lady Lynette. Perhaps you should inspect another one. Perhaps you should inspect another one. This crystal appears to be secreting a steady stream of water. Perhaps it is the spring crystal Lady Lynette seeks. Oh. Okay. How far away is that place? Oh, I need to go back to him, that's why. No easy, lazy teleports. Ooh. Uh-oh. I do not see the lordling. Honorot says, Mistress Wulfenshade, have you brought your entry for the contest? Sure. My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from the air like water from a pump? Fascinating. Huh. Honora says Lord Emmanuel has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you perchance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I am worrying about nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him, Mistress Wulfenshade. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southeastern area of Avor Sion or Sign Saran as swiftly as you are able, and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell and good luck. Let's go look. Pretend we're not going back and forth. Cause yeah, they'd never make us go back and forth. Ooh. Alright, here's our first check spot. You survey the surrounding area for a time, but see no sign of Emmanuel. Smart worm. Cutscene. I am looking around when Honorat runs up and says, Mistress Wulfenshade, Lord Emmanuelson, or Emmanuel, the Lord has been taken by the Venu. Of course he was. They had the Lord surrounded, a whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly. Okay. Let's go. Honorat says, the venue must have taken him to the village, mayhap to present to their chieftain. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Linetti what has happened. Yet by the time I return with aid, it may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, Mistress Wulfenshade, but should you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord Emmeline in my absence, I beg you to take it. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous and insensitive and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. Okay. Let's go rescue him before the rescue arrives. Okay. Straight in the front gate, huh? Oh, they're both connected. Swiss cheese. Very good. Oh, perfect. Okay, so, oh, there he is. He said, "By the fury, you're not going to eat me, are you? That's not what you do to prisoners, is it? Nyra, I'm over here. Netherlings come to free prisoner. Spread word like thunder and cast them into Cloud Sea." Here we go. Right here. There. Alright. Now what? Phew. What thoroughly unpleasant. Oh. Netherlings slink away like guy full gill cats. Rally warriors of Gondu. Let none escape. Okay. Well, one hit. Of course I had a crit going on that one. Come on, dude. Walk. Use them legs. Oh, I'm trying to remember on him. Help has arrived! Oh, it's his brother. No, that's not his brother. That's the secretary person. Oh, go some more. Is going on here? I don't think this is the way this is supposed to go. Okay.
Reinforcements?
Oh, he's so scared.
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vundo, roils like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells and he comes. The White, mighty Bismarck, Lord of the Mists!
A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal. We must away. Damn! Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Aye, aye, Chief.
Ooh, that was scary. And hi! I don't know if you saw my chat, but I said hi. It's just my sound is kind of unbalanced and my voice is very, very soft, naturally soft. So, my AT guy is working on it, but yeah, he's got a lot of stuff on his plate too. Plus, what happened today, I got some issues. So, yeah, fun stuff, fun stuff. But hi, I'm doing well. How about you? Sid says, the gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. Oh, whoops, still on automatic. Okay, Sid continues. 'Twas but blind chance that brought us together this time. In case you were wondering, the Holy See has pensioned the ironworks for assistance with this creation of theirs, the Protector. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Oh. Oh. I thought she was just in bad repair, not that she wasn't flying. Okay. Sid continues. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloud Top to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived a few days before with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. Small world, I thought. Just as said lordling's manservant skittered into view, babbling about his master having been captured, and you risking all to rescue him. And the rest, as you say, is history. Right. Well, I hate to cut short our reunion, but I am here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend. We'll speak soon. We'll speak again soon, I promise. No, live long and prosper. I labeled. Okay. Emma Nillen says, oh, he doesn't say anything, but he will. He says, very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died, you know. Me, dead. On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal, and that, old girl, is no small feat. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, hi! Not much up right now, just doing main story quest line. I mean, Heavensward, so if you're worried about spoilers, there will be spoilers for Heavensward. So, but hi! Welcome to the channel. Feel free to follow, hang out, and chill. Emma Lane says, I have made an historic discovery. In fact, even Lady Lanette will have no choice but to acknowledge, yes, I am rather forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, isn't it time we made our triumphant return, dude? Oh, this lordling. He was cowering in fear a moment ago. Oh, Well, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I am working towards my goal of 25, so every little follow helps. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who's followed, so yes. Thank you. Okay, quest accepted. Okay, now where to? Right. I'm probably in trouble for not keeping the lordling out of trouble. Aw, thanks. I try. So I do have a few issues, especially this morning. Had some hardware fail on me. I chalk it up to my tech guy, aka my hubby. He does a really good job managing the software and hardware for me. Aw, thank you. I plan on it. I plan on it. Okay. Lanetti says, praise Halon, I feared the worst. What happened out there? Well, you see, Emma Nilane was goofing off. Lanetti says, a primal? Are you sure? Yet, now that I think of it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of the white whale of Venu legend, a massive creature said to swim in the sea of clouds. Hugo Chiffon says, from what I have learned of comparable summonings, the presence of the Venu's god would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior towards the people of Camp Cloudtop. Yes, it would. Honorat says, you mean to say that they have fallen under the primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alphinaud. Emmanuel Lane says, aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Linette? A little recognition for the hero of the hour, a few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on? Dude, this guy. Leonetti says, why, yes, you are right, of course. Mistress Wulfenshade deserves all that and more for having risked her life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Hioshphant says, well, if there is naught else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this near threat without delay. Linetti says, but of course, Mistress Wulfenshade, you have done more than enough here. Pray, return to Ishgard with Lord Hioshphant, and give him my warmest regards to the Count. Eminolane says, so that's it then. No more fillets into enemy territory. Very well. I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Lanette. May our next meeting take place under more favorable circumstances. Hioshphant says, all's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing, then. We can speak on the journey home. Does that mean we're done with the quest here? Oh. Looks like it's having me go back to Ishgard. Wonder where that compass is. 'Cause I really want that compass. I like flying for some weird reason. Pillars, probably. Yep, right there. Yoshafont. Yoshafont says, I confess, I have always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. In any event, I must make for the congulation and inform Sir Emmerich of all that has occurred. Emmeline should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? Okay. Let's go see. Yes, we want to go inside. Get rid of that map. We don't need it in here. Here he is. Emmeline says, we don't know. We're in a cutscene. He does not look good. He says, oh, it's you, Nyra. Gods, did he have to strike me so hard? Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop. How I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? No, it's not easy. It is hard and painful. The more real the hero, the more painful. Okay, it's supposed to be tenacity. Well, I don't have a tank, so we'll go with that. For no apparent reason, because it's purple. Yes, because it's purple. Okay. Let's talk to the steward. Oh, there's my compass. There's my compass. I'm sorry. I don't do Discord. At least I was not on Twitch. Sorry. There's been too many requests for Discord, and they've all been shady, so I don't do that. Sorry for any inconvenience, and please have a nice day. The steward says, Mistress Wulfenshade, my lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Arturiel and Lord Emma Nillane. If you would remain here for a moment. Okay.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emanelane's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord.
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain elements. 'Twas this which prompted a knight of the Heavensward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Grinno.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Lovely. Alright. We'll talk to the Count. Okay, Count Edmond de Forteps says, though you have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed. Men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your success, even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Dismil is manipulating Sir Grimmox, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Emeric at the congregation of our knights of most heavenly. He will know more of these charges. Okay. That makes sense. Go talk to Sir Emeric. Alright, now I gotta go find him. Fire, no, that makes sense. The Forgotten Knight! And then he is probably over here. Here we are. Oh, there's a chair there. Okay, Sir Emeric says, it has been too long, Nyra. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You are come to plead for Mr. Ulfinold and Mistress Tataru, I take it? That would be correct, or at least find out what their charges are. Hugh Oceanfront says, word of their detainment has reached us while I was delivering my report on the Venu Primal. Truly, I know not which is more ludicrous, these charges or that flying feathered whale. Amaric says that Sir Grimox's accusations are baseless. I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a knight of the Heavensward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is impeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. Joachimfont says, after all the Scions have done, routing the heretics and delivering Siva, helping us to defend the steps of faith and drive back the Dravanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught we can do? Amaric says, I fear there is but one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. Joachimfont says, but of course. Joachimfont continues, in a trial by combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Amaric says, under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Ulfnold and Mistress Totaru would be expected to face Sir Grimox, and a second of his choosing, another knight of the Heavensward, most like. Joachimfont says, 2 of them? By the fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Amaric says, Master Ulfnold's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Totaru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill, and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Ooh, goody. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Joachimfont. But all here present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and mayhap in the realm at large. Nod. Joachimfont says, then it is settled. I will visit Master Ulfnold at once and inform him of our intentions. Nyra, meet me at the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. Okay. Pillars. There we go. Tribunal. Okay. Here we go. Shoulders itchy. Joachimfont says, listen carefully, Nyra. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate their request for a trial by combat. Once the High Adjutioner acknowledges Mistress Totaru's right to name a champion, that is when you must take your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Grimox's face when he sees his true opponent. It will be priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the stands, and I shall cheer so loud you will wonder how you could ever have conceived to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? Proceed to the duty! Oh, poor Tataru. She's so scared.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grinno, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grinno de Zemile, brother of the Heavensward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
Let the accused step forward. Alfino Leveilleur, Tataru Taru, you have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Grinno's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alfino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru Taru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
But of course, Elfnod. Those 2 do not look scared. I'd be scared if I saw the one on my way.
O Halone, render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
Alright, here we go.
I have my prize.
Got you now.
No, you don't.
Down with you!
There it is. Tataru says I mean, we won! Tataru, thank you. Hydrocator says, the Fury has spoken. Alphano Lucifer, Tataru, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we who receive her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners accused, go forth in peace. Ophanote says, delivered from an untimely demise yet again. My thanks as always. Alright. Yoshinfont. Hi. What are you doing here? Yoshinfont says, by the Fury, what a splendid victory. To see how you strove in the face of adversity. Two brave young souls bound together by the bonds of camaraderie. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Having been treated to such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with a humble token of mine admiration. Pray, receive of me this chocobo whistle. Thank you. Huoshafont continues, with it you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Sweet. Oh, it's black. Huoshafont continues, magnificent is she not? Strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Nyra? Will you take her for your steed? I will certainly will. She is pretty. Ishgardian guard runs up and says, Lord Hioshinfont, chocobos are prohibited in the supreme sacred tribunal of Halonic Inquisitorship doctrine. Your steed must remain outside. Yes, I have my compass. Aether currents now accessible. Yes. Collection expanded. Aether compass enabled. You have obtained a black chocobo. When riding this mount, you will have the ability to fly, provided certain conditions are met. To fly in a given region, you must first find and attune to all the local aether currents. In order to attune to some other currents, you will need to complete certain quests. However, most can be discovered via exploration. To aid you in this endeavor, you have also obtained an aether compass, which will provide you with both the bearing and distance to the nearest aether current upon use. The Aether Compass can be found under Collection in the Duty section of the main menu. To review your progress, select Travel from the main menu, followed by Aether Currents. Woohoo! Okay, Collection. Oh, shoot. I forgot where it was. There it is. Collection. Ether compass. Get over here. Can I close that? Alright. Hugh Chiffon says, Black chocobos are all well and good, but the true reward for your effort is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to see to personally. In the meantime, pray return to Fortop's Manor. The Count has done so already, and will doubtless be eager to discuss the day's events. Woohoo! Okay. Black chocobo. Yes, I wish to go in. Thank you. Count Egmont. The Count says, Halone smiles on us yet again. Mistress Wulfenshade, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. Arturiel says, I confess, I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess. You understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Stop underestimating me so much, dude. It's not hard. Emmanuel says, besting two of Heavensward while the city's elite looked on, by the fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. It's true. Oh, come on. There we go. There's another door. Is it open? Oh. The house steward says, my lord? We have just received a message from the vault. His Eminence, the Archbishop, requests the presence of Mistress Wulfenshade. Uh-oh. I done gone noticed. Emmanuel says, an invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor. Count says, a personal summons is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you would do wise not to delay. Go, Mistress Wulfenshade. We shall speak anon. The steward says, a priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside. Alright. Oh, there. Oof. It's hardly worth teleporting. Where do I need to go? Yeah, that way. Ishgardian priest says, "We are honored to receive you, Mistress Wulfenshade. This way, please." Okay, that looks much like a first. Emmerich.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thordan the Seventh, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavensward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
Oh. Interesting.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence,
The
As you
stare.
wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
That look. Something is afoot.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now tell me, young lady, what do you know of the Ascians?
Oh. Well,
Much
they're not
and
nice.
more, I shouldn't wonder. Being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even.
It's not a good idea, dude.
Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power, that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
Ooh, okay, he's done talking. Sorry about that. I would just say hi, but apparently there's a sound imbalance and haven't been able to address it yet. I am very nicely into Heavensward. Yes, I am. I think I just started into Heavensward Wednesday, something like that. Working on it, working on it. I had a little bit of a hardware failure today too, so that was fun. It's a Monday. What can you expect? Alright, let's see here. We need to go to a time and place somewhere around. Somewhere. To a time and place somewhere around here. Okay. Yeah, over here. Alright. Gatekeeper! We wish to enter. Yes, go in. Oh, Shatterbringers is very interesting. Though, be careful of spoilers, though. Not everybody has done Shadow.
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault.
So
What did they want with you? Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh.
When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Raubahn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orshafon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Raubahn.
Okay. Complete quest. Lucky number 7? What? Complete the marriage scenario quest disclosure. Unbeliever. Huh. Accept quest. Alpha Note says, though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Ada without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose that we visit Lumencia. Aye, you heard me right. While you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House Fortups and a Lumencian courtesan. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I am happy to report that we yet have a stout ally in Lumencia. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Raubahn. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her, that we might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Lumencia, make yourself known to Sergeant Zanetho at Bulrock Hall in the lower decks. He will admit you to the bridge. Okay. Lumencia. Travel time. Here we go. Oh, wait. I can just go like this. Yeah, there we go. Save a little bit of cash. Alright. I believe I need to go over here. No, not there. Not there. Over here, yep. I think. Yeah, there he is. Send me up the elevator. Yep. Proceed. Let me in the bridge.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Alphino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seedseer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen. There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Raubahn a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Raubahn is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Raubahn had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the brass blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
Oh.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain.
Oh.
At any rate, if we're to rescue Raubahn, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Cool. Admiral says, Raubahn's survival is vital to the Rosian alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops into Uda. 'Twould spell the end of the alliance in war, like as not. If there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. Alphinaud says, I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I who must take responsibility for their actions. The Admiral says, spoken like a true leader, Master Alphinaud. By way of a first step, you should seek out our Domin contact. You will find her amongst the frontier hands at Reverence Toll, working a kitchen. Surely we're not going to Reverence Toll. We'll be immediately recognized as the Warrior of Light. Oh well. Oh, no, we're going to Reverence Toll. Okay. So much for keeping a low profile. I guess it's Reverence Toll. But still. All the way back here. No, surprisingly. Okay. Oh, it says up. Up. Here. This looks promising. Here we go. Found him. Hey. Oh. Hey, Jerry says, Mistress Nyra, I knew in my heart you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot well express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the rising stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we have remained in Reverend's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You have done well by us, and we Dolmens do not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Sweet. Next quest. Hey Gary says, shortly before you arrived, I received word from Lomencia that you were searching for General Raubahn. As the Admiral will have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the pit. At the same juncture, Yo-Yo Haste and the 3rd Unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice it to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Duelware at Highbridge, where I too am bound. Highbridge. Captain. Over there. Oh. We're hiding around behind a building, apparently. Why, I don't know, but alright. To each their own. Hey, Duelware says, I have been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. Yo-Yo Haste and his men are born for Halatali. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hozan is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. Ooh, I gotta do an instance? I would like to do an instance. What? Up. Mount. Fly! Crazy monk. Good, on the wrong way. Here we go. This is where we want to be going. Hozan! Hey! Hozan says, you came at a good time, my friends, but moments ago, the traitor, Ilbrid, arrived and entered Halatali. From this, we may be certain that the General Raubahn is being held within. Quest complete! Okay, ooh, what's this? Oh, the rings. Well... Oh yeah, that's true, we could probably sell it. intelligence hits. Oh, there's a difference. Oh. Anyway, accepting it. Okay. Who's on Sag? There is no time to lose. General Alden may be executed at any moment. You must enter Hatali and free him from his captors. Hi! How you doing? Barnstormer! I couldn't see. I had to use my phone for chat today. Who is on says, please see to your preparations and tell me when you are ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. Ah, yep. It looks like it is on Insolence. I don't think I have time for an instance today, so I will leave it for tomorrow. And I will see you all guys tomorrow. So, see you tomorrow. Have a good one. A peace. Let me find that. Okay, there it is.